We're back. Time for another edition of the Carolina Insider Rapid Reaction Post-Game Edition back this year. Jones and Adam here with you. We've got exclusive interviews with Hubert Davis and Caleb Love coming up. But Adam, 83-67, the final. Carolina wins over Loyola. Actually, maybe not quite as close as that may suggest. Tar Heels were up 26 in the final minutes. Really tonight all about Hubert Davis. His first ball game as the head coach of the Tar Heels. He had been deflecting a lot of the attention and the emotion, and then it seemed to wash over him a little bit when this game ended.
I think you'll be able to see that in the interview that he did with Jones, that he had tried very hard to make this not about him, and then it was pretty heavy when he actually walked through that tunnel and was the head coach of the Tar Heels, and then also when he walked out of the tunnel, as he'll talk about. But he, of course, wants the focus to be on how his players played, and I think he got what he wants in a season opener. He got a win, but he also got some things to work on.
Yeah, I think, Adam, certainly the Tar Heels expected to play well and win this game, and they did. Rebounding, something to keep an eye on. Carolina's going to play a little differently. You saw the Tar Heels were very spread out a lot on offense. It's harder to rebound when you're farther away from the basket. Carolina handled the ball well. It felt like for a majority of this game, turned it over some late, but all in all, Caleb Love with 22, Brady Manick had 20, Dalton Garcia, Kerwin Walton both in double figures as well.
Caleb Love with no turnovers, which is a big area of emphasis for him this year. And the rebounding is going to be interesting because you can manage fewer offensive rebounds if you're making more shots, which is what I think the Tar Heels think they're going to put on the floor, is an offense that can score from anywhere. They hit almost 40% from the three-point line, and if you can do that, then you don't need as many offensive rebounds.
And 53% from the floor in total for Carolina in this one. Interesting, though, Carolina did average 16 offensive rebounds per game last year. Heels finished with 6 in this one. But all in all, a 16-point win. So Adam and I had an opportunity to talk to some Tar Heels after this one. I caught up with head coach Hubert Davis. Adam chatted with Caleb Love, who had 22 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and no turnovers. Let's go to those conversations with Coach Davis and Caleb Love. That's right, the highest winning percentage for any head coach in the history of Carolina basketball.
That's my retirement.
Hubert Davis in the Continental Tire Coach's Corner after his team's win tonight, 83-67. That lead was, or that advantage was up to 26 late in the game and got whittled down a little bit at the end. But Coach, game 1, a victory. Your emotions?
Yeah, I was very emotional after the game and just spending time with my wife. It's been an unbelievable, great 7 months, but it's been a lot. And at times you don't have time for the emotions to really set in. And being out there tonight and it looked like we were going to win, and then walking through that tunnel and saw my wife there and saw Elijah, my oldest son, who came back from college today just to be at the first game. It was just seeing people that doesn't matter what's going on, they're always on your side. And to see them first coming through the tunnel, just it was a special moment.
This may be a silly question. Did it feel and happen kind of like you thought that it might feel and happen when you're on the sideline sitting there coaching Carolina basketball?
Well, the feeling was the same as it was against Elizabeth City, and the feeling was the same against Florida in the close scrimmage. It was basketball, and it was our team, and so from that standpoint, everything was the same. I was happy with our guys, how we started the game. There were spots where I felt like we took a deep breath and we relaxed a little bit. And against a disciplined team like Loyola, who is very patient on the offensive end, they're very methodical and they're very good at getting the shots that they want, allowed them to creep into our lead. But I was really happy in the second half how we responded, and I'm very encouraged.
I was going to ask you, they cut it down to 9 or 10 there a couple minutes into the second half, and then it felt like your team really grabbed control. What did you like about that stretch?
Well, I thought Caleb Love was fantastic. I thought he settled us down, and at the beginning of the second half, offensively, the only thing we were doing was shooting jump shots. And so one of the things that we had talked about with this group is that they don't have any shot blockers, and so our strength is being able to attack the basket, whether post penetration or offensive rebounds. And for whatever reason, in the second half, we went away from it. Then we started to attack the basket, whether it was Caleb or Dawson and Brady around the basket. That allowed us to score, and then from there, we were able to win.
You said you were happy with your team's defensive effort in the exhibition. I know it's right after the game, but your thoughts on the defensive side tonight?
I do. I think at times I thought we were great defensively. One of the things that I talked about before the game that I saw a pattern of in the practices leading up to this game is we would play great defense, but we wouldn't finish it with a box out. And so just due to things that we have practiced in practice, I can't wait to watch the tape. I would say over 60, 70% of their baskets were on things that we've never practiced in practice. And so that's what we've got to do as a defensive team is we're good, but be consistently solid. And if we can do that, we can cause a lot of problems.
Coach, last thing, first time in a long time that the Smith Center's been able to be filled with fans, and just your thoughts on everybody being back and just being together and getting to enjoy a night of Carolina basketball.
It felt like college basketball, felt like Carolina basketball tonight. I've often thought at the missed opportunity for RJ and Caleb and sophomores that didn't have that experience last year of playing in front of a crowd, and I was so happy for them to be able to experience just a little bit of what this place is about, and I'm looking forward to on Friday night being it sold out and packed.
That is Hubert Davis, head coach of Carolina basketball inside the Continental Tire Coaches Corner. Coach, congratulations on the win, and look forward to talking with you again on Friday.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, guys, back to you.
Alongside Caleb Love right outside the Carolina locker room. Caleb, your first game essentially in front of a real Smith Center crowd. What was it like?
I felt good just seeing the fans there. Kind of motivated me, kind of got me energized, and just to for us to get our first win with them back in the stands, it just felt great.
You played energized. What did you think of your especially offensive performance?
I feel like I should have got more assists, and I feel like I got to get back on the free throw line and make some free throws. But otherwise, I feel like I did pretty good. But there's always room for improvement.
Coach Davis has been tracking your assists even in practice. He wants you to get 6 even in practice. How has that changed the way you see the floor as you're looking at the opposing defense?
Just me being more of a playmaker. Just always getting my teammates involved, knowing where they want the ball and where they like their spots. So he just making me see the floor better, and it's helping me as a player.
Loyola, kind of a tricky opening game opponent because they threw a couple different defenses at you. What kind of challenge did that present?
We've been working on it the past 3 days, so we really weren't surprised at any of that. So we watched film on them the past 3 days, and so we weren't really surprised. So we got so many different plays, so we just attacked them different ways, and we got what we wanted.
You prepared specifically for Loyola over the last couple of days, which is a little different than the way things have been done before. How did that help you?
Just getting more information, more reps against their defense, their offense, how they run things, and it's just giving us better preparation.
Coach Davis has been talking up your defense. Could Caleb Love be an impactful defensive player?
Yeah, for sure. I want to be the defensive player of the year in the ACC, and I just feel like that me being a point guard and me being front line on every defense, I feel like that I can get my teammates involved and get them to play defense better, and as I go, as they go.
Coach Davis was pretty emotional when he came in the locker room after the game. He's continually said it's not about him, but knowing him as you do, what do you think it meant to him to get that first one?
It meant a lot to him because he cares about this program so much. He cares about this Carolina family, this team, and he cares about us. So it just means a lot to him, and you could tell every time he steps on the court, off the court, it's just his passion, his personality that he can tell that he loves this game.
That's Caleb Love after a great season opening performance. Tar Heels are 1-0.
So 83-67, the final score. Carolina gets the win. And, Adam, there's been so much build-up to this moment and this game, and now you got to do it all over again. Tar Heels host Brown in the Smith Center on Friday night. So now it's just a different experience. Now it's learn from this one and move on to the next.
You spent all summer really getting ready to play Loyola. Well, now that's over. But the upside is now you get to play games, and that's what players want to do. They want to play. Brady Manick was talking last week at practice about how difficult Carolina's practices had been. He said he was just looking forward to playing some games, and Carolina will get to do that again very soon, Friday night.
Friday night, it's a 9 o'clock start. Radio-wise, we'll be on the air at 8 p.m. And after the game, Adam and I will be here again for another edition of the Rapid Reaction Carolina Insider.